like to now move on to our next speaker. And this is going to be the last speaker for this opening ceremony. Our partner, Bagels Finance, represented by Emily Seed, and she is going to be talking about token economics models and leveraged yield farming protocol. And I know Emily for quite some time because we connected way back in with the Crypto Chicks, and since then, actually Emily now came in a totally different channel, totally different way. She found Metis on her own, but it's so great to see you again, Emily.
Yeah, great to see you as well. Yeah, long time no see.
Happy to see you. And let me just allow you the screen sharing.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah, you can start. Thank you so much, Emma.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for Metis Style for the invitation. Yeah, definitely know the whole team quite well. Like, have been a long-term friend with Kevin as well, and then also get to know the team while planning this event. And then a bit introduction myself. I'm based in Toronto as well. I've been in crypto since 2017, and I've been working with different crypto company or blockchain company in general since then. Working on the business development and the marketing side. And then so earlier this year, we started a project called Bagels Finance. And then now I just gonna start the presentation. Can everyone see the deck?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so Bagels Finance, yeah, I think back then every single protocol on DeFi was like food, right? Like sushi, pancake, burger, you name it. So yeah, back then we had the name Bagels Finance. I think everyone loved bagels, so it helps to start like basically the conversation pretty easily. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, let me try to move this away quickly. Just a little bit here. So we actually aim at building the DeFi world with the highest APY for the like biggest leverage in the yield farming market through strategically interacting with multiple like DeFi product for farming. For example, right now we are on BSC only, and actually we have a plan to deploy on either Hackathon, Polygon, or Ethereum. And then with that being said, like we are interacting with the DeFi product within the ecosystem. Right now, we're mainly interacting with MDEX and PancakeSwap, which they are the two main DEX on BSC. Yeah, so the reason we pick BSC is because BSC right now, they allow more retail user because the gas fee is relatively lower. Ethereum definitely, I would say they have the most established ecosystem. So though the gas fee is a little bit high, so for retail investor, if I have only 10K or like or 1,000, I may end up paying like a huge percentage of my position. So that's why we want to build on BSC first, but eventually we'll definitely build on other ecosystem as well, and we are working on it. So this is the DeFi today. So DeFi has definitely grown massively this year. I think partially also because of all the asset price has gone up. And then I think DeFi become like really coming to the scene in the DeFi summer. So the early adopter, they are all called the DeFi degen. So they are really passionate about it. Everyone, they are happy because eventually their crypto is not sitting in the wallet. They can be utilizing them in the real world, and the yield is even higher than say the real traditional banking system. And then we actually are very optimistic about the future of DeFi. And then you can look at it. So for example, from 2019, it's only 4 billion, say being MakerDAO being one of the first projects, DYDX, like those players. And now there are definitely a lot more players like leading by say Compound, Uniswap, Synthetics, etc. And then now they also have a lot more established market. They have definitely for the lending and exchange market, they're relatively like well established in the at least the DeFi like or crypto native like population. the user experience right now would say still a little bit hard for the new user because you still need to be able to buy token. You need to know how to manage your MetaMask wallet quite well. So I think the friction to enter is a little bit nerve wracking because sometimes you may worry about like click wrong button and lose all the fun. So we definitely recommend start with a smaller fund, say a couple $100, and then so using bagels or the platforms on BSC can be a good starting point. And then I think in the future using Mantis DAO will be also good because I think Mantis DAO will have also relatively lower gas fee. So why Bagels was created, like as we said, the pool experiences, like on the apps, some of them is pretty difficult to navigate, the high gas fee. And then actually another problem is the lending interest rate is quite low right now because you have to over collateralize your asset. So for us, like we are solving this problem, and then also there's not enough farming leverage, and then lack of cross-chain interoperability. So the not enough farming leverage, we now allow users to leverage up to 3 times for someone with more risk appetite. And then they also should track their position more regularly. So in case they could be close to liquidation, they will add more asset into it. So unless the market is extreme, so they should still be pretty okay. Um, for the lack of cross-chain interoperability later on, we were going to launch Docadora. Right now, we haven't launched it yet, but in the future, we're going to do it. So that will allow the smart contract interaction between different chains. And then you can even say mine the tokens on Ethereum on BSC, paying only the BSC gas fee. We will make public announcement whenever we are ready to launch this. Yeah, so bagel financing in a nutshell is we are solving the problems we were mentioning before. We can allow our lenders to earn higher lending interest rate. This will depend on the utilization rate. And right now, for some index, they have a lot higher utilization rate. So in turn, the interest will also be higher. So for the yield farmers, they can leverage up to 3 times. So for some, if I have 100 ETH, and then it means that I can mine as I have 300 ETH. So definitely there will be a higher farming APY. And then we also provide liquidity to you farmers on behalf of them. So we basically connect the lenders and borrowers. Yeah, and as also I was saying before, the interoperability also allows users to pay lower gas fee. Yeah, so yeah, this is the key feature is a little bit repetitive, but basically it summarizes what we are doing, now multi-chain deployment, multi-currency wealth farming, and then so we are also being the first cross-chain liquidity farming protocol. We will combine the function of Docadora and Bagels Finance platform. And then actually one thing to really mention, because a lot of people will ask us, hey, what's the product that's like alike of what we are doing? So on BSC, there's Alpaca. On say Hacker ecosystem, there's a project called Pilot. And then in general, on Ethereum and BSC, there's a project called Alpha Hamura. So they're the first one who do leverage yield farming, but they have a pretty different token economics. For example, for us, we focus on a lot on our DAO governance system. For example, if you have, say, land 100 ETH on the platform, then you will be at the same time mining Bagel. And then the Bagel you mine, you can actually lock in the DAO, and then so you will get the VE Bagel. So you can lock, say, a week or up to 4 years. For 4 years, you can definitely get like a better reward. So this is to prevent people to always mine it, withdraw it, and sell it. And this will in turn crush the price of the Bagel token. So we are looking things at long term. So we definitely want to give enough benefit for our user to encourage them to lock their bagel tokens. So 85% of our liquidity reward will be allocated to them. For example, if the platform is earning 100 um, 100 like MDEX, because we are interacting with MDEX, so we will give them 85%. And at the same time, they will have the voting right, so they can make important decisions for the platform. And then on top of it, they will be enjoying the benefit. Say they have up to 2.5 times booster, so they will earn they will mine bagels actually faster than other user who haven't had the lock token. So yeah, also there would be other benefits that are exclusive for our DAO members. So actually, with this being said, we have been doing quite well. So we have almost 2 million bagel token locked in the DAO, and then the average time is more than 2 years. So it's pretty attractive for the users to lock their token, and then we are also really glad that they have the trust on us, because the crypto world has been moving so quickly. So sometimes people just like, I don't even know what's gonna happen in 6 months. So the fact that they have the like trust to lock 1 2 years is actually we see that as an achievement. This definitely will be achieve a better result through further education. So right now, this is a little bit of the economics. So we have actually pretty high APY or APR for the lending. So it's like 15.69% to 142 around mid of September. So the number will change every day, but roughly that range. So up to 3 times leverage. The only cause chain leverage, and then the DAO voting escrow governance system was the one that I was describing. So the APY is higher than say our competitor Packer. And then actually the total value lot now is 48, because we have recently launched some new functions. So we have deployed the entire pancake swap strategy. And then yeah, I can show the platform in a bit as well. Yeah, so right now we have both MDEX and PancakeSwap. I would say MDEX is more for Asian users, because I think MDEX is a little bit less popular in North America. Yeah, so I would probably talk a little bit more about this slide, because this slide will talk about how the flow of bagels work. For example, you use bagels, you can borrow some assets to do leverage yield farming. For example, I have 100 ETH, now I borrow 200 ETH, so it's like 3 times leverage. So once I have that, Bagels Finance will automatically help you to swap into one-to-one. For example, like you have 100 ETH, so 50 ETH will be swapped to say USDT if you do like ETH USDT like pair, and then that will be based on the spot rate, and then you will supply into the DEX. For example, here is like MDEX and PancakeSwap liquidity providing pool. And then once you have it, you get the LP token, and the LP token will be automatically staked on the Bagels liquidity mining pool. And then from there, you will also farm the Bagel token. So this is allowing users to have the convenience. Firstly, you can automatically leverage here. You don't need to firstly borrow from another platform and bring it in here. So you save a lot of steps. Second one, automatically swap into one-to-one. So instead of, you don't need to go to exchange and buy, say, okay, convert 50% of my position into another asset. So this all save your time. And then on top of it, you can mine Bagel token as a bonus. Yeah, basically when you the landing part, once you like land it to the platform, I mean land it to other user or stake into the platform first, like provide the pool first, then you get a G token. For example, you can get G USDT if you stake or provide USDT, and then all the lenders can enjoy the interest rate, and this will again depend on the utilization rate, and you have the bagel as a reward. And then Yeah, this is basically illustration of what you can get if you deposit ETH, you're gonna get GETH. This is a more simplified version of the interest rate model. Basically, if the utilization rate is lower, then the interest rate is lower, and then gradually we increase. But it also depends on different assets. So we have basically polished this one to be a little bit more sophisticated. This is Docadora um, protocol. Basically, Docadora means anywhere door. So if anyone watch a cartoon called Doraemon, so that door basically can bring you anywhere. So we use the name just to make it like more interesting. So you allow cross chain asset interaction and cross track smart contract interaction, allowing for liquidity with Bagels to flow basically between different DeFi applications. So that would be a lot more strategy. For example, right now we're on BSC, we're limited to only Pancake and Index. And if you say um, so whenever the Dora will be like enhanced, that you can start playing with Aave and Compound and other platform on say um, Ethereum. So it'll be a lot more lucrative. Yeah, I won't elaborate too much on this part because we have a launch it and also we have a time limit here. And then here, Bagel is a platform token, so total supply there will be 100 million, and then most of the supply would be for farming, and then there will be also early investor, the team, and also the marketing and strategic partners. Yeah, and as I was saying before here, that you can like deposit the bagel into the boardroom, and then you can choose your own lockup schedule. And then, so V Bagel is a voting escort bagel. Like if you get bagel, 1,000 of them deposit, and then there will be a calculator on the page. You can easily calculate if I have this amount of bagel deposit with this amount of time, how much VE bagel you will be getting. So basically, the more VE bagel you have, the basically the better accelerator and better reward you'll be getting. So this is basically a comparison. If you only log in for 1 week and 4 week, so if you have say 1,000 bagel and your position is 1,000 USDT, then you can see, or if you do only 1 week, it's only four of them. And if you do 4 years, that's close to 1,000, it's like 999. So the accelerator will be different, and then also the decay will be a lot slower if we lock it for longer. So actually, I would say this tokenomics is quite the unique part of a project, because in the market, a lot of projects that will allow you to mine and withdraw and sell, the price usually go downhill quite quickly. So we want the user to see a little bit more like a longer term perspective. Yeah, here this is the UI of our platform. So there will be land function, farm function, DAO function, and then they also have, we already launch the governance part. So this is a roadmap, and then we actually launched a testnet in around like August, uh, and then we also did an IDO, and then we launched a mainnet around the same time, and then the DAO was launched like this month, sorry, last month already. Time flies. And then going forward, we're gonna deploy on Heckle, Polygon, or ETH. And then we have actually be audited by Certic and NoSet, so there is no security loopholes. And then we have recently launched an ambassador program as well. I've done some airdrop, and then we work with different media and different KOLs, and we host a bunch of AMAs on different community around the globe. So here's a list of our investor and also our strategic partner. So that definitely Metis is one of our very important partner. Yeah, I think I will not continue too long for the presentation part. Let me just stop sharing. Yeah, and then actually, so we are very optimistic about the Mantis, like basically the solution. So we are actually planning to the long run to deploy on Mantis as well, but because the unique or need our platform, we need to really see some decks on it first. So if we will be building a deck, we already be like planning on Metis already. But for us, it's all about like strategically interacting with other DeFi products. So we need to wait a little bit. So we always cannot be the first platform, sorry, the first the app to be launched on the chain. But yeah, we really look forward to the development of Metis, and then we also keep close eyes on it. And therefore, the hackathon, the winner will get 1,000 bagel as a reward. So we encourage DeFi builders to build on Mantis, and then we also will actively support them if they say want to learn more about bagels or Mantis. Feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you so much, Emily. All right, so that was excellent. Yes, so let me share my screen as well. Here so we can move on. So yes, that was Emily Sid. She is with a Bagel Finance, and she was talking about Bagel Finance and as well about token economics model in leveraged yield farming protocol. Yeah, so we have the swap projects that coming on to Metis. So we have a wow swap that is building on Metis. So we bring in more swap projects into Metis. And as we develop our economy and during this hackathon and as well with our EDP program that we open the fund to fund projects that build on Metis. So we will bring in we will be bringing more and more projects on. Thank you so much, Emily, for your um, talk. If you have any questions, please ask your questions in our Discord and Telegram as well. I see there are some questions already in Telegram, so I will start answering them.